So this weekend we are staying at Sun Outdoors on Labor Day weekend. Great trip, good friends. Wanted to capture this because we didn't spend a lot of time videotaping, more R&R, hanging out with some friends, doing some paint night, and then also exploring around Mistick. But for this weekend, Labor Day weekend, Sun Outdoors, I'm going to give you a little tour around Sun Outdoors, show you some of the amenities they have, show you the sights, the pond, and then also a little bit about what we did over this Labor Day weekend. Let's go. No matter what direction you're coming in, whether you're coming in from the south or the north, you're going to come down this long road, which is kind of high speed, 45, 55 miles an hour. But it's actually, for the most of the time, it's not too bad. Actually, right over here is B.F. Clyde Cider House, which you'll see more about that in the video. But you're going to pull right in here. One thing that I would recommend, there are a couple low-hanging branches, and depending on the height of your rig, you're definitely going to want to keep an eye on that. These branches right here in particular are the ones to watch out for. I actually scraped what I think my AC unit, and coming in it was just a little sketchy, but actually not too bad. I would stay for the far left when you're pulling in, and you should have no problems. It's a nice wide road, and it'll bring you right down to the check-in area, which I'm going to show you next. As you're pulling in down into the campground, into the resort, I should say, you are going to notice that there's going to be an island in the middle, and you're going to have to bear right to that. But on the right-hand side is the pickleball courts, and they're actually pretty nice. We actually had some time we spent with some friends playing pickleball for a while, which was a lot of fun, and we've got to get ourselves some paddles and get some practice and learn the rules. We did take some lessons, but it's been a while ago, so we kind of forgot all the rules. But actually there are some rules right here on the fence here, so they do tell you what they are. But there are pickleball courts in here, which are pretty nice. We make our way into the campground. I should add that this is not full hookups, so you have water and electric. They do have a honey wagon that does come through that you can arrange. I believe it's one clean out or one pump out per week. You can schedule more, but check the Sun Outdoors website for more information on that. I'm not really too familiar with it since we are only here for the weekend, and we will utilize the dump station before we leave. So what you want to do is you're going to want to pull up in here. So you're going to go around that island that we just showed you, and you're going to pull right up into here, park your rig, and then make your way into the Welcome Center. That's where you'll get your packet, your gate information, and everything that you need to get set up. But they've got some nice seating out front. Got a late check-in if needed, and it gives you the hours of operation. They open at 9 this morning, so typically they're open from 9 to 5, and then on the weekends, Friday and Saturday till 7 p.m., and then Sunday till 5 p.m. I'm not sure if the holiday will impact it, but I doubt it. Enter your gate key here, and then proceed through the gates. There's going to be no right turn right here, so if you're in some of those sites, you're definitely going to want to make your way down straight ahead and then loop around, but they'll give you exact directions as needed. On this road is sites 125 through 130. As you can see, it's pretty much a field with hookups. Nothing too fancy, but pretty decent. The one thing about this facility is there are huge sites, so you've got a lot of room in between rigs and in between sites, so you have a lot of open space, which is really nice and really typically not found here in New England. But this road here is sites 113 through 124, and again, as you can see, there's plenty of room in between rigs. Trees scattered throughout, so you do have a little bit of shade if you pick one of the sites that does have a tree by it. Again, plenty of room. We're making our way down towards the dog park. As you can see, these are plenty big enough. Class A's, fifth wheels, travel trailers, no matter what you got. They even have a tent area. This road is sites 101 through 112. Again, it is open, some trees, and plenty of room to spread out. We're going to take advantage of the dog park right now, which we have all weekend, and it's perfect size. We got some obstacles in there, which Dottie actually liked. She enjoyed the tunnel. They do have bags and pet waste stations to pick up after your pet. They also have a comfort station nearby with the men's and ladies' rooms, which were very clean, and they do a nice job of keeping the place clean. For those staying and doing some laundry, they do have 4 washing machines and 4 dryers. It's nice and clean. Plenty of room to fold your clothes or sit and hang out if you need to. But nice laundry room. The pavilion area, this is actually where they hosted bingo. So the seasonal campers take it upon themselves to host bingo. That was, I believe, Friday night. And it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Everybody was very welcoming. They had a DJ playing some music during bingo, but they got a community grill area here built in, which is nice. And this was the pavilion. And on Saturday night, they actually had a band that was pretty good. It wasn't well attended. There was probably only about 10 or 12 people here, but we did pop by. We went for dinner in town on Saturday night, but we did stop over and see the band for a little bit. Walk down this road at site 63 through 86A, and then we're going to cut through the field, and they do have a catch and release pond. Looks a little tough to access. Very overgrown with a lot of lily pads and weeds and whatnot, but there is a little pond here available that is catch and release only. Way over by this open field area, and I'll show you the pond here, but nice area to walk the dogs and just take a walk in the morning. Nice and relaxing. There's a lot of wildlife. Rabbits. I didn't see any raccoons. We did see a skunk or two over the weekend, but just a nice little quiet area here in the back. And this is over here by the catch and release pond. Of course, there's a sign, no swimming. I don't think you'd want to swim in this, but let me give you a shot of the pond here. You may be able to cast into those lily pads, and I'm not quite sure what's in there for fish or if it's just a mosquito breeding ground. The one thing I did notice is we didn't get a lot of bugs at the sites. I don't know if it's the time of year or if it's just that there's just no mosquitoes around. I don't know if these are wild blueberries, but there are some berry bushes here. Like I said, it's well kept. The grass is cut. You can walk through here. You don't have to worry. But it is a nice walking path, especially when you got 4-legged friends. As you can see, there are some seasonal sites. Everything's well kept, but I will say that the seasonal guests here are very welcoming. They stopped by to let us know about a cornhole tournament that was going on Saturday at 2 p.m. They were very open and welcoming, so you don't always see that when you're visiting a campground that does have seasonal sites. There are a lot of folks passing through who stay sometime. The couple behind us are from Texas. And there's, looking at the plates on the rigs and the Class A's, there's a variety of states represented. These sites, I believe, are seasonal, but it is a little tighter than what we have up in our area or what you saw earlier in the beginning of this video. But still very nice, well kept. Here we're coming up into an area where there's some tent camping. Quiet, nice area, wide open field. It's adjacent to the volleyball courts. To have picnic tables, fire rings, but no hookups. That's site 65 through 86. This is sites 14 through 36A. And the sites are dirt roads. But these, plenty of parking on the left-hand side if you need that overflow parking. And some more seasonals. This is site 9, site 8 here, and site 10. As you can see, actually these sites up in here, you've got a lot of space. Here's site 10. It's a seasonal site. And then you come over here, and that's site 11. Look at the amount of space you have in between sites. This is site 11. Folks from Maine. And then look at the amount of space you have between 11 and 12. It's amazing. One of the things that I got to be honest, the price was high. I'm not quite sure if it's Labor Day weekend, but I believe we spent $150 a night, and I was, kind of in sticker shock. We stay at an RV resort, probably about 50 miles from here, maybe 45 miles from here up to the north, which is about $40 cheaper. Because it's New England prices, right? But it's steep at first. My first 5 or 6 hours, I wasn't impressed. But then the quietness and the peacefulness and the openness kind of grew on me, and I actually ended up really enjoying my stay here. I know we all did. Our friends Mike and Gina, they said the same thing. They weren't quite sure about it at first, and it ended up growing on them, and we actually really had a good time here this weekend. Making our way up towards the swimming pool. It's a smaller pool. There was plenty of room for everybody. Service animals only. Well kept. Plenty of seating for everybody. It's quiet. I believe it's 6 feet deep, so it's a 1.8 inch and 1 foot 8 inch entry and a 6 foot deep end. And it is a heated pool. So I believe it's heated at 85 degrees, which is great here in New England. The clubhouse. Got looks like Connect 4 ice machine, and they've got cornhole and bocce ball, basketball court and playground. It's actually located just off of our site. We'll head this way. There's our rig right there, back into our rig. See our new Gemini on tour sticker. Again, the space in between these sites is very impressive. Coming up our road for sites 37 through 55. Plenty of room, wide open sites. And I'm not sure how busy it gets. I'm sure it does get busy at some point. I don't know if the price is what kept some of the people away, but I don't know. Like I said, there's just something about it that we liked. Didn't have all the glitz and glamour, but it was quiet, peaceful, and welcoming. And I guess that's all you need for a quiet, quick weekend away or a good stopover. It's our friend Mike and Gina's Montana. Again, they got plenty of space, but look at the space between this rig and then our rig. Look at that front yard. Amazing. Plenty of room here. We got a fire pit. A few wine bottles still left over from paint and sip last night. So that was a brief tour of Sun Outdoors, Mistick, Connecticut. There's also a lot to do in the area. You got the waterfront, lots of restaurants, shops, coastal scenery, but there's definitely a lot to do in downtown Mistick, and be sure to check that out as well.